This video is to show you how to make your concept maps. Now the first thing you need to do is put your picture in the middle, or an avatar of yourself, something you want to use. So instead of using my picture, we are going to use a clip art. So open up a blank Word document. If you do not have Word document at home, you can use the ones at school, or contact your instructor and they'll give you some other ways. So I'm going to use people. I'm going to find a cute little picture to put as me in the middle. So I'm going to be that one. So there's me. Picture format, position, and there. Using this, you can put yourself right in the middle. Now what you're going to do is first you're going to create your little circles. Now to do that, go to the insert button and use shapes. So let's just use this one. So I'm going to create 6 little shapes since we have 6 little things. Now you don't want them to be too big. So there's one. You can either click it again and do it that way, or you can click your mouse, go to copy, and paste. You can do that for each one. Oops. Or you can always do the other way. Click it so that the box comes up. Do Control C. And then the Control V to paste it. So it's pretty much basic aspects of designing. So I'm going to put all the circles I need out here. So looking at your assignment, you have 6 groups that you have to be able to do, so make sure you have them all listed. So you can spread these out, make them look all pretty, however you want to do it. You just want to make sure that you have enough room so that you can put your little lines in your other little circles. Alright, now, so there's my bubbles. To put the text in here, you click it with your button so that the box comes up. Right click it and it says Insert Caption. So you can do actually we'll do it the other way, make it a little easier. Add text. That's the easier way to go. So in groups. And we'll do it that way. It'll make life a lot easier for you guys. So we can go through here and out groups. Then you're going to have primary groups. Add text. Secondary groups. Now if you want to make it sure that this fits, you can just move your mouse over this spot and just pull it a little bit so it makes it a little bigger. So do the same thing for all of them. So statuses. And then the roles of whatever status you're going to use. So this way you have a good idea of where everything's going to go. Now what you need to do next is make your lines. So what we're going to do is go back to Insert, Shapes. There's a line right there. So we're going to just go, we're going to connect just like that. So it will look like that when you click away from it. So same as before, you can either just copy and paste a bunch of these, or you can use the buttons up here and make more of them. Now if you're copy and pasting, all you have to do is put the one where it is. So we're going to put that one at the end. Grab it up here and move it to go to the other place. We need one more. Alright, so you've got, move this a little bit over and make it look pretty. So you have all the little boxes going out. Now what you have to do is you have to put your samples in there. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to do one of them. So I'm going to go back, insert shapes, I'm going to get more little circles. Now you have to do 4, so I'm going to do 4 for status. Now remember, copy and paste makes it just as easy. Oops. And I'm going to arrange those around my little area. And you can do the same thing then with this. You know, go back to the shapes. And it's the exact same thing. So right click, add text, so status, teacher. Now you can make these a little bit bigger. Highlight them, you know, Control A if you need to, however you want to do it. And change the font size, so we'll go down to a 10, see if that'll fit. Not quite, so we'll go to an 8. There you go. Mother, go to an 8. Another status that you might have, let's say sister. And we're going to go with something a little bit more fun. I'm going to pretend I'm a doctor. So now you have a list of all the 4 different examples you're going to need. Now if you want to change these so that you have different colors for each one, which is a recommendation, now click the circle and then pick which color you want. I recommend having a different color for each of the sets so it's easy to identify. Orange, green, there. Now you'll do the same thing for each one of these. So just like you did 4 examples, you'll do 4 examples of in-groups, you know, groups that you have an in-group with, primary groups, secondary groups, out-groups. The roles, this will be one of them up here. So if I chose the roles of a teacher, I would do the same thing then. I would have the circles and I would put expectations of a teacher. So this is the idea of what you do. When you're done with the actual part down here, what you need to do is do a little explanation of each one. So you can do this by either going to the bottom of a page and adding it on a second page. You can create a text box at the bottom if you still have room down here. You know, just grab this and then spread it out on the bottom. So if you want to have these so that they're a little bit away so that you have enough room, so just say, okay, I'm going to move this. I'm going to put this one up here a little bit more so I have a little bit more room. Then you can just go like this and say, okay, explain how those are outgroups. That's perfectly okay for you to do. Or you can also type this when you go to turn it in the Dropbox. You can type it up as a separate Word document and put it in the comments. Or you can submit on separate ones. So you can make your concept map on one. And go ahead and make sure you add a caption. So concept map your name, and social groups and interactions. Something like that, so that you show where it is. You can go ahead and add, sociology 1010 and the date. Just have something like that. And then you can open up the separate Word document and just do, in groups. Type up the explanation. Out groups. And so on. So the idea when you do the explanations is you need to explain how each one of your examples fits that aspect. So how is each one of these a status? You could bring in with these, okay, well, doctor and teacher are ascribed statuses because there's something you work to, while mother and sister are achieved statuses. Well, mother can actually be an ascribed status too. It just depends on how you want to look at it. It can be achieved or ascribed. So you can explain how they fit the definition of what that is. So how is a teacher a status a person has? How is a mother a status of that a person has? Simply explain in a few sentences how they fit. When you're done, you can turn it in as a Word document. Very simple. Save it to your computer, and that's all you need to do. Or if you have Microsoft, you can go down here to PDF, and you can save it that way, because then, say, concept map example. Then what it'll do is when it opens for the professor, instead of being able to move any of this stuff, and this is just for the concept map, you can never do it for anything else, but this way when it's done, it's going to open as a PDF file rather than a Word document. So it'll look like this. So you are welcome to use your own picture. I actually highly encourage it, but you do not have to. If you do not want your picture on there, you can use anything that represents you. Now, don't just put something silly like this. Pick something out of the clip arts or something online that you feel represents who you are. Make sure that it shows an idea of how you classify yourself, I guess you can say. So this woman could easily be a teacher, a doctor, a mother, and a sister. That's the basic ideas of how to do that assignment. If you have any questions, please ask your professor.